Hello my fellow epic gamers and welcome to yet another weekly episode of Philosophy. Today we are discussing the setbacks that make a man. Of course, the edifice of an experienced big brain philosophical individual is often eroded, yes also moulded and carved by his flaws, his follies, and the bro momentums he grudgingly carries with him. As one of the most greatest gamers of all time, one of the most massive testosterone men of all time, I too carry the burden of my flaws. Of course, the most pressing issue is my lack of luck in getting the views to gather enough clout to become a demagogue, not an influencer, because an epic gamer, I am not, even I myself, I'm not narcissistic enough to corrupt my name with that freaking title. I am an epic gamer, and I have maybe my content went stale. Perhaps sticking to the same formula time and time again, perhaps it was not. But it has still made me the man I am today. You see, I do not possess the clout to become supreme leader of gamers, but I think with my failures I have aged and matured to the point I can become a philosopher. As you can see, I've been dishing out some of the finest philosophy in the land, and maybe I'm not, maybe because of the oppression of gamers and the oppression of the Humble Watermelon YouTube channel, I may not be a well-known philosopher, but I believe that I am the greatest philosopher, not just of our time, but of all time. And what else have I done that is momentum? I have lost my gamer girls before. I have failed to get all the girls. Even though I've gained at least 60% of all the girls. And you can trust me when saying that because I have first-hand experience and everything I say is true. Yes, I recall that one episode of the Humble Watermelon Epicus vs Gamer lore in which Humble Watermelon, who in an epic plot twist revealed that Humble Watermelon just to be a clone, in which that clone says that he was the one who stole Veronica, referring once again to a video that I had done around a year before that one. Of course, that was an epic plot twist and a grease. Just Humble Watermelon just epically plays me, and I must say it is a testament to the possibility of him having a relatively high IQ. Still, I think he only has around 0.6 6 times the IQ that I possess. So I'm not too bothered. I'm still the most intelligent individual to have graced this globe. Whatever. I mean, my initial content when I was revived in a glorious flourish, I guess. Of course, it was just epic folly, not me being able to pronounce certain things, just being low IQ, but from my extremely nuanced form of comedy nowadays, and my philosophical ideals, I now find that that is not as epic funny as I may have thought it to be. So that was a bit of a bird moment. What else do I regret? I think my Reddit videos were quite unfunny. I also have a bit of a horror experience from Reddit, which is why I'm sure that there's some interesting, cool things to be found because it is a forum site after all. But I did receive a horrific experience that shook me to the core. Oh yes, before I explain this horror narrative, smash like and subscribe, And yes, this is becoming story time. One day, I clicked on the white and orange banner of Reddit, and then unsuspectingly, I looked through the boards I had followed, the subreddit thingamajigs, and then r/gamers rise up, the last bastion of gamers in that accursed site, ceased to exist. I do not know why. I am cursed with ignorance. If anyone can expose the truth for me, I would like to freaking know. I cannot be bothered to look at these things, for I do not have time for this kind of stuff, alright? I'm trying to save gamers in my own right, so I don't need to spend 40 hours of research looking into the disappearance of a certain branch of gamers, whilst I'm spending 80 hours a day observing just how I can just save all of us gamers. But yes, ever since the disappearance of r/gamers rise up, I have been in mourning, and I have rarely touched that accursed site again. And I think that, to be honest, my Reddit videos were slightly unfunny. It was not a wholesome 100 chungus thing, but also to do some professional dissociation. Fortnite is not that bad. I know that there's some problems with the community, but I think it's a mediocre game. I mean, the community is a bit. I mean, they are 8-year-olds. They have not learned the truth about how the brutality of life. They are both blessed and cursed by their ignorance and bliss. But I never played with voice chat on, gamer momentum style, so I did not have to deal with these infants. But I suppose I still agree with Minecraft. It is an excellent game. It's an experience for all gamers. It should not be hijacked for any political cause besides my own, of course. And it's just an excellent game. It's a mainstay of gamer culture. And while I'm not going to say that Fortnite's bad, I'm still going to say that Minecraft is good, because it's just epic. So hold on, I haven't completed my expert review of Fortnite. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's high testosterone, high octane. I mean, sometimes it just tires. The formula gets a bit old. I remember I think it was Team Rumble, I remember getting 18 kills for my team. That was, and of course I was the absolute alpha, and I showed extreme pride in becoming the alpha of the team. I also remember sacrificing all the souls of children to the Minecraft gods, and to be honest, that was pretty enjoyable. But yes, that's my session of brooding and intense self-reflection. Have I caused many other bro moments? You see, I've only caused like a couple of bro moments, you see? I am extremely high IQ. You see, if you commit more than 5 bro moments, then it's just not acceptable. I think I'm going to set a bit of a quota for this whole gamer leadership competition that I keep talking about. I think that every gamer is required to commit, say, less than, let's say, 5 bro momentums. I think that would be pretty epic. So we can get an extremely alpha leader, and of course you are looking at the extremely alpha philosopher. So yes, surprisingly enough, I don't have that many regrets. Of course, the channel dying and all is a bit of a regret. You know, as true men, I have moved on. As I have said many times, I've moved on from gamer leadership candidates to game a philosopher, and in that the future shall be very epic, and I shall not have any more regrets.